He asked, June, do you think I can buy Sun City? And I knew Michael wasn't going to be here. So I'm very thorough when I give a reply. So the reply that I gave to him, I said, well, honey, if you feel like you want to buy Sun City. I didn't say no.
The retirement area in Arizona or what?
No, Sun City in Southern Africa.
In South Africa, okay.
Yeah, Michael
Sun
wanted.
City, the big hotel resort.
Yeah, Michael wanted to do. Michael's dedication, his determination, his drive, his energy was to help people. His concern that even in this country, and whether people know, it depends on who he was talking to. With me, we talked about politics, we talked about racial inequities, everything. And for humans who somebody had written that I said Michael's voice was like Barry White. I never said that. I never said that. But when Michael, in that very gentle voice of his, and so when I wanted him to exercise his empowering strength, and I said, honey, say I am great. And he said, I am great. I said, no, say it with emphasis, with power. I am great. He said, I am great. Now that don't sound like Barry White. That just sounds like a person who's emphatic and strengthened and everything, because the most important thing was him to take over his business. You know, I was about to use the F word.
You were going to? You didn't.
No, I didn't.
So
sometimes I have to.
And then he didn't ever talk about how, the will or what he was, y'all never.
We didn't discuss will per se. We didn't discuss WILL. We discussed him being in control and taking over and handling his business and knowing what his business entailed, and that business was money. To know where his money was coming from, where his money was going, to know about his money, and that he would be the only one to sign his checks, nobody having control and influence over his money. And I believe that Michael kept money in his house too.
Well, how do you know?
Well, I just believe it.
Cash.
Yeah, I believe that he would keep cash money in his house. I believe that. Why do I believe it? Because Holy Spirit told me. They've told me too many things for too many humans all over this planet. And so God ain't never lied to me yet. So, and then later, for however that happened, it was written. I don't know, you can't believe everything you write. That's why, you're the only one that I've given a print interview to, because I like Vanity Fair, and then I like what your researcher said, that, you can trust what you write and everything,
What do you think he would think of what's going on now? Or what do you
He
think?
wouldn't like it. He would not like it. Because people have to, even though there's that will from 2002. I don't have a slight idea, about whatever they're talking about. But when he told the same thing that's in that will is what he told me. June, if anything happens to me, I want my mother and my children to have everything. If anything happens to his mother, then he wanted Janet to have his children. That's what he said. And as I said before, and as I said repeatedly, people, why would he say anything like that? It's like, hell, I'm not a rich person, but, you should have what you want, written out for whoever you want to have, whatever it is you have. My books, my toys, whatever. My house, shoes, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what he said. That's what he wanted. We were talking about everything. I mean, Michael could talk to me about stuff. There are people that he didn't like. And two things that either one of these individuals said. I don't remember which one is in one of my journals. One of them said that Michael was a stupid man. The other one said Michael was self-loathing. Michael was not self-loathing. He didn't loathe himself.
So you think it's going down the way he wanted it to go down?
Well, yeah, with his mother and his children. If he wanted anybody else to have anything, including his father, he was not pleased with his father. He was not. The way I know he wasn't pleased, he told me.
What did he say about
He
that?
didn't want his father in his house in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
He didn't like him. His father was mean to him. His father was abusive. Abusive is Michael's word.
And so you think it's going down the way he wanted it?
Well, I don't know if it's the way he wanted, but what people are doing is what they are doing. If Michael was alive, he wouldn't even have to go down like this, because he would be in control. But he's not here. These are humans doing what humans do on the planet. You know, when humans, you know, if they want money or they want help and assistance and all that. I mean...
and the first day after Michael died, his father Joe contested. He was the first one.
Yeah, well, but he wasn't in there. He ain't in the will, is he? He can contest it, and whatever Michael had in the will. You know, anybody contest, I don't know if he left $1 or whatever, so you get $1 or whatever. He didn't leave anything.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. Anything else you?
I don't know.
No other tapes other than when you played on the TV show, right? About Tommy, because I wrote out, you said he didn't know what was in his accounts.
No, he didn't. Tomei had everything. Interestingly enough, when who was it? TMZ, Radar,
Yeah.
whatever those people. So Tomei took $5 million cash to the estate, to Attorney Branca and Mr. McLean. So, you know, that means money was up there, cash money. And so when he stood up there on that podium, I'm like, what? You know, he's speaking, and I'm in control. Like, no, you're not in control, honey. Mike was fired him. And then the people that, in between that, there was supposed to be an auction of Michael's things.
Yeah.
Michael wasn't interested in having an auction, but Tomei, from what the Julian people said, had threatened them. You know, he had threatened people.
Right.
Yeah. So that's not a kind thing.
Okay. That's good. I appreciate your
Candor.
candor.
Yeah. I love Michael.
I know. I can
So,
tell.
yeah, so, and wants to interview me. And it's like, no. I've had people calling Pulitzer Prize nominee. He wants to interview me, and you can tell your side. I said, my side of what? You have an opportunity to tell your side. It's like, hell, I don't know you. Why am I telling you anything? You know, hey, if I want to write anything, I'll write my own book about Michael. I don't need to be in your book.
Yeah.
So then, this woman.
I'm gonna stand up a minute.
Oh yeah, stretch. This woman has me in her book saying she interviewed me. Now you and I are interviewing. We're interviewing. I interviewed with that hussy.
You what?
I said I didn't have an interview with that hussy. It's like, you know, and so there she is on Facebook promoting her book and got my picture on her website.
No.
No,
I
that's
saw
like
when
you
you were
wanna-
at the mausoleum and all, and you did the. Who was that? A big crowd there, or not many people?
That was the first time I went. You mean after Michael died?
After he died.
Yeah, some more schemers finding out that they are paparazzi that had another agenda, but he used a name who is very, very close to me. So they came and, you know, and interviewed, and when they were filming me, I was filming, they were being filming me. So then they wanted to go to Forest Lawn. So I'd never been there, I didn't know anything about it. So we get there and there's all these humans. And so these people were aware of who I am, so they asked if I would say something, and I spoke and told them about Michael, and just like the wind right there. You know, he's in the wind.
Yeah.
Can't put it in a box, but that means he's omnipresent. You know, he is the greatest. You know, there's only some who are the greatest and doing what they did, like the Honorable Mohandas Gandhi, Mahatma.
Mm-hmm.
with Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. You know, and so Michael is great like that, and I shared with them who he is and his greatness. And it's so interesting because I also, having been in the industry since I was 18, never encountered what I reference as fanaticals, fan addicts, and fans who are loving. So then I become like this shrew, this devil, this horrendous person, and probably a spy for the estate. And I mean, just all kinds of horrible things written about me from humans who ain't never met me in their life.
Really? I didn't see any of that.
Oh yeah, they got that crap out there.
I saw the tapes, you know, the videos and the TV
Oh yeah, well,
appearances.
you know, well, this is stuff that some of his fans have written, and
Oh.
I mean, just really castigating me. You know, denigrating my precious name, as I say.
Uh-huh.
It's like, hell, y'all don't know me. You ain't never met me. You never knew anything about me until after Michael died. But these are the same people that know everything about Michael and in control. And I said, well, they are opinion haters. You know, pontificating about stuff they don't even know. You know, all they're doing is giving opinions, and then, so that's why I was very particular. But since you're with Vanity Fair, my brother, I love Vanity
Oh,
Fair.
well, thank you.
Oh, I Googled you.
You did?
Heck yeah. I saw all those fabulous pictures. Then you know, good-looking man, very stately, kind of Biden-like.
Oh.
You know, and
Oh, really?
yeah, we were there last November for Thanksgiving, and Latoya, I told her, I said, somebody told me that you know, that you have me in your book, which is fine, you know, she's Michael's sister, and she was asking who could have given Michael, this is it. And I said, I gave it to him. And she said, oh, well, then I know it was right.
So you gave him the title?
I just showed it to you.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, but I didn't think anything about it. We never even talked about it.
The title, and what did he say when you told him?
Well, it's like anybody else get a title. You know, that's in all these books, everybody has a title. Their first title, second, their 25th title. They all get a title each time they come or when they call. Because I read for people over the phone and people I've never ever seen before. So they all get a title. His first chapter was This Is It. And so that was really a great honor because he deemed that tour, this is it. And I didn't even think anything about it because I was still dealing with grieving and all that kind of stuff. And then
So that was
here
a
it is.
title that came to you and he'd never heard those words before.
Well, when people get their title, tell them when you get yours.
Well, when you get your title, you are given that title when you come. You
Well,
know, like if your title is God is with you, that could be the title. So when you come and she begins to speak with you and tell you what your title is, she'll tell you what the title is.
Yeah, I record it. In other words, like you,
it's written.
yeah, when you're
The
going to
record.
read a book, like this is my book, Spirit Speaks to Sisters. First book ever endorsed by Susan Taylor. You know who Susan Taylor is, right? Well, she was editor-in-chief of Essence and executive.
Right. Oh,
yeah.
I read that.
Yeah, so this was the first book she ever endorsed. So you get a title. You open it up, there's a title, you know. And so every time people come, or whoever comes, they sit and I give them their title and I record their information. So nobody talks when they come. When they call, they don't talk. I do the whole thing. So I don't need somebody ask me, am I going to get my red shoes at I Magnum? And it's like, well, you know, hey, I don't know, but this is what it is. So it's not about them asking questions from me. Like if you.
So you said, I became the last spiritual advisor to Michael Jackson because I'm excellent in what I do.
Mhm.
I had people say, June, you're the best secret keeper I've ever known.
Mhm.
But now it's okay to talk about Michael because of what?
Well, because he would want me to say the right.
Michael would what?
Michael would want me to say the rightful and proper things. because he knows that I have integrity.
And that is that everything's going down the way you wanted it to go down.
Well, it's not so much the way.
Well, how would you say that?
In other words, okay, I understand. Because if I would say I'm just saying hypothetically, if I would say Michael approves of everything that's happening, no, he would not. Because he doesn't want dissension between his mother and his children. And
you said it's okay that Michael would want me to say the right and proper thing.
yeah.
Would Michael approve of everything that's happening? No.
And I cannot say that he would approve of any situation that's causing dissension between his mother and his children. Michael did want, and this wasn't put on the Today's show because that wasn't their focus. But he did want his brothers to work. He wanted them to reunite and work. He wanted that.
But this stuff.
Things that Michael talked about were important to Michael.
Yeah.
And if he didn't talk about it at that moment, it wasn't even important. We talked about what was important to him. So evidently, humans he did not discuss or didn't mention or didn't talk about were not important. What he called, it was about what's important to him and what he wanted to talk about. And Michael had a phenomenal sense of humor. Very funny. We laughed a lot. Okay, today is August
14.
Yeah, 14th. This is Michael's Day with Mr. Mark Seal for Vanity Fair. Oh my God, I'm kind of getting in the magazine. I'm on my own.
What should I write?
You can write whatever you want to write for what.
With blessings and thanks.
Yeah, you can write whatever you want to write for what your experience of being here, whatever. See all these books right here, Mr. Seal?
Uh-huh.
These have been all over UK, France, Amsterdam, every place. You know. Yep. So people. I've been in the lives of many folk. People had babies who were told they could never have children. So I got plenty of babies. Yeah.
It was great to meet you.
Oh, you too. We gotta have a photo. Amina, can you take
Okay.
a photo with this?